Shalom. Welcome back to another episode of Bible Secrets Revealed. Before I start, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and greetings to all you Akim out there doing this work sincerely. The topic I want to get on today is just basically maximizing, whatever the Lord gave you in this truth. Whatever degree or measure of faith and skill he gave you, you need to maximize that out, man. Maximize it to your profit, right? Or maximize your potential, so to speak. My first scripture is going to be in 1 Corinthians 12. I'm going to start at 14. And it says, for the body is not one member, but many. If the foot shall say, because I am not the hand, I am not of the body, is it therefore not of the body? And if the ear shall say, because I am not the eye, I am not of the body, is it therefore not of the body? If the whole body were an eye, where were the hearing? If the whole were hearing, where were the smelling? But now have the Most High set members, every one of them in the body, as it has pleased him. Right. So in this analogy, the different parts of your actual physical body represents the members of the church, the body of the church. So everybody is not going to have the same position or the same function in the church. But just because you don't have the same position, well, let's say you're not in the forefront like a prophet or a lead speaker, don't mean you're not supposed to maximize your potential in this truth. You're supposed to go hard with whatever amount of skill the Most High has given you. Okay? It says, verse 19, and if they were all one member, where were the body? Right, because if everybody was let's say a head speaker or a prophet, who's going to be the reader? As far as a camp function, who's going to hold signs? Who's going to watch? Who's going to who's going to load videos? It's all about different functions within a church or a camp that we have in Great Millstone, in our camps. So every position is needed, and you have to take every position seriously. Right? The scriptures do tell you that covet the best gifts, which is obviously prophesying is a beautiful gift, but the Most High didn't make everybody a prophet. So if you are in the camp, find your potential and what you're good at and maximize that, man. Push that out. Verse 20, but now are there many members, yet but one body. And the eye cannot say unto the hand, I have no need of thee, nor again the head to the feet, I have no need of you. Nay, much more the members of the body, which seem to be more feeble, are necessary. So all members are necessary according to the scriptures. All right? They might not get the most honor, but if a brother is doing that in the spirit, and that's the most of his potential, and he's really doing it, whatever function that may be, but it may not be in the lead role, so as far as speaking, so to say. If he's doing that to the best of his ability, hey, the Lord just see that. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai sees that. Verse 23, and those members of the body which we think to be less honorable, upon these we bestow more abundant honor, and our uncomely parts have more abundant comely parts. For our comely parts have no need, but the Most High have tempered the body together, having given more abundant honor to the part which lack, that they should be no schism in the body, but that the members should have the same care one for another. Right? All the body parts, all the members of a camp or church should have the same care for each other, man. Because there's a little bit of time I've been in this truth, man. It didn't been some brothers that was great speakers in Israel, man. Right here in Chicago, had a guy by the name of Batak, great speaker, when he was in his right mind, knew a lot of scriptures, but he went off, man. Right? He went off. The guy in Dallas went off. Great speaker, head leaders. But because why? It was a schism in the body, man. You can't pump those guys up. The Lord gave them that ability to speak, maybe speak well, but at the end of the day, he still got rid of their asses, man. So you got to think of how the Lord sees things, not how man on earth sees things. Because a lot of guys looked at those two brothers I named. They looked at them with in awe and amazement. So you really got to understand that every little position does count, man. The details do count. Verse 26, and whether one member suffer, all members suffer with it, or one member be honored, all the members rejoice with it. Right? Like I rejoice if a brother is able to speak, speak well. I'm not that great of a speaker, but in my camp, let's say brother Uriah or Malcolm are good speakers, man. So if they're speaking and somebody is feeding, man, they're understanding and listening to them, I rejoice with that, man. I can add in a scripture or add my 2 cents, but I rejoice that perhaps another soul is waking up, right? Verse 27. Now ye are the body of Yahushua, and members in particular. And the Most High have set some in the church, first apostles. Like everybody's not going to be Apostle Tahar, Apostle Gabar, Apostle Ramlab. These men were set up, man. So yeah, you're supposed to follow them in your spirit and go hard as they go. But as far as their ability, maybe the Most High didn't bless you with that same ability. That still doesn't mean that you can't be part of the elect, and it doesn't mean that you can't make it out of here. Let me keep reading. It says, and the Most High set some in the church, first apostles, secondarily prophets, thirdly teachers, and that miracles, then gifts of healings, helps, governments, diversity of tongues. Verse 29, are all apostles? Are all prophets? Are all teachers? Are all workers of miracles? Right, it has a question mark. Everybody doesn't have the same position. Okay? And that's very important to understand. Does that mean that you should slack because you're not a head speaker? No. That means find what you're good at and maximize your potential. And even though you're not a good speaker, like I would say myself, put a couple scriptures together and just break down a point. Even that can be edifying. Verse 30. It says, have all the gifts of healing, do all speak with tongues, do all interpret, but covet earnestly the best gifts, and yet show I unto you a more excellent way. Right. I'm going to jump to another scripture, Matthew 25. I'm going to start at verse 13. It says, watch therefore, for ye know neither the day nor the hour wherein the Son of Man cometh. Right. Meaning Yahushua. No man knoweth the time except for the Father. For the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling to a far country, who called his own servants and delivered unto them his goods. And unto one he gave 5 talents, and unto another 2, and to another 1. To every man according to his several ability. So some brothers got more, some brothers got less. But you pose the prophet with whatever he gave you, whatever talent the Lord bestowed on you. Okay? That's a very important thing to understand. And straight away took his journey. Then he received 5. Then he that had received 5 talents went and traded with the same and made them other 5 talents. So he went out and taught, man. Which is, if you do have any kind of understanding in this knowledge, hey, you don't want to be like this servant is going to speak about that hid his talent, which I'm going to get to. Verse 17, and likewise he that had received 2, he also gained other 2. But he that received 1 went and digged in the earth and hid his Lord's money. Right. So even if you're doing a video breaking down the name or just color scriptures, or teaching commandments, all of that has its part, man. You know, all of that has its glory, as long as you're doing it sincerely, right? Because a lot of guys, I'll put it like this, might get a lot of views, but they full of shit, man. They puffed up and they doing this for vainglory and not out of sincerity. I'm gonna hit a couple more scriptures. Well, one more scripture actually. I don't want to make this too long. This is gonna be the book of 1 Timothy 4. Start at 12. It says, "Let no man despise thy youth, but be thou an example of the believers." Right, so you got to be an example, and that's the best way to lead, is to be an example. You know, the scriptures talk about being living epistles. People got to see you and say, "Wow, hey, I need to do what he's doing, man." And the apostles has been brilliant examples to the whole nation of Israel. Back to verse 12. It says, "But be thou an example of the believers in word, in conversation, in charity, in spirit, in faith, in purity." 13. "Till I come, give attendance to reading, to exhortation, to doctrine." Yeah, blessed is he that readeth. So give attendance to that. Stay plugged into this truth. Because if not, you're going to slowly and surely slip back into the world. I didn't seen it before. So you gotta push yourself. You gotta become uncomfortable. Because once you get in that comfort zone, you get lazy, man. You get stagnant. And these are two enemies of the truth. Okay? Laziness and becoming stagnant. Verse 14, "Neglect not the gift that is in thee." Right. Neglect not your gift, your talent. Right. Your potential. Don't neglect it. "Which was given thee by prophecy with the laying of the hands of the presbytery." So many are called, few are chosen. But if you are called, hey man, push hard. Lord willing, you may be the elect. Now at the end of the day, the elect is going to be who they're going to be. They were chosen from the foundation of the earth, as the scriptures say. But if you are called, hey man, this is the time. This is a year to push. So I hope this was edifying to the brethren out there. And all I can say is keep pushing. All glory, all praises to Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. And double honor to the apostles, and blessing to you brothers out there. Shalom.